N8QA connected to KG4DVE. KN4IMU connected to KG4DVE. Whiskey Alpha 8 Echo Sierra Quebec connected to KC8JK.
W80SQ, be signing.
Good evening, everybody. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Net Control Operator WX8G calling the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net into session. This net is sponsored by the Portsmouth Radio Club on the N8QA repeater on the frequency of 145.390 megahertz and the PL tone of 136.5 hertz. This repeater is located in Southwebster, Ohio, and this net meets every Tuesday and Thursday evening at 8 p.m. We do not have our 444.600 machine. We do not have that. It's on, but it's not connected up. So as soon as we get our controller back, that definitely will be changed. And we're also connected with the KG4 DVE repeater located in Ashland, Kentucky, and it is on the frequency of 146.940 megahertz and the PL tone of 107.2. I'll break. You can also get into this net via Echolink at N8QA-R, and you can get into the KG4 DVE repeater in Ashland on KG4 DVE-R. And so that takes care of that part, all right. Per FCC rules, this net will yield to emergency and priority traffic at any time, and that traffic must be brought to me, WX8G, and I'll do my best to take care of the emergency and priority traffic. Also, one of the things good about the net, it gives us a little practice. So if we were to get into some emergency situations, give us a little more idea how to check in and so forth like that. So just might as well get ready. Might as well get ready to take some check-ins. Break.
Kilo Delta 8, Whiskey Tango Golf, Tom Muletown.
Portsmouth Radio Club, 2-meter net on this Thursday evening, and it's Trader's Net. Check in with or without a listing, please call now.
N8YN, Jerry, Franklin Furnace with the listing.
Kilo Delta 8, Whiskey Tango Golf, Tom Muletown.
Whiskey 3, Whiskey Victor Alpha, Greg.
Who else we have like to check in tonight? Please call now.
Good evening, Gary. KN4IMU, Michael, and I don't know, you may have doubled with Greg there, Whiskey 3, Whiskey Victor Alpha.
There's Annette, so if you have a listing you'd like to list that with us, or if you don't, check in anyway. All right, anybody else out there would like to check in, please call now.
Kilo Echo 8, Charlie X-Ray, Juliet to Bob from Lucasville.
Hey, Bob, I have you and somebody doubled with you. That station is doubled with Bob.
Kilo 8, Delta Mike Kilo, Daniel. Check me in and out, please, Gary.
Danny, I got you in and out. All right, somebody else would like to check in with the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net. Please call now.
Whiskey 3, Whiskey, Victor Alpha, Greg.
Please repeat there. I wasn't able to catch your call. Try it again, please.
Yeah, hi Gary, this is Greg. It's Whiskey 3, Whiskey Victor Alpha.
Greg, I got... Please like to check in. Please call now.
KN4IMU, Michael.
Mike, I have you. Somebody else? Hey, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up to the top there to N8YN, and so I want to get these listings. So, Jerry, go ahead.
Good evening, Gary. N8YN. I have an ICOM ICR75 communications receiver. And if anybody knows what the ICOM 718 looks like, this looks just about like it. Same size, but it's an excellent receiver. It's highly rated. With the ratings of product reviews, it's 4.5 out of 5. I just looked on eBay. They're over $600 if you want one from eBay there. But it's HF plus 6 meters. It's sideband AM, FM, CW ready. It's got a filter. It's got DSP. And I'll take, I have it listed. I just put it on EM last night for 3.5. If somebody wanted it local, I'll let it go for 3. But it's real nice. Let me let this break. A lot of hams have receivers where they can, be talking and listen somewhere else and not have to have another HF radio. The expense of that, have something like this. And but it's real nice, and you can also pick up AM broadcast, and it's attenuator. It's got noise blanker. AGC. It's got a clock. 99 memories. Pretty sharp. So. If you're interested, be reached at 740-574-2403. Back to you, Gary. Thank you.
Okay, Jerry. I wasn't able. I got your ICOM, but anyway, what's the numbers on it?
IC R75. IC-R75.
You want 300 for it? Said something about 350, but I thought you said was it 300?
I said I listed it last night on EHAM for 3.5, and I was going for shipping. And but anyhow, locally I'd let it go for 3.
Jerry, I'm sure it's a nice outfit. No doubt about it to me. So, anyway, ICOM R75, 300 local, 3.5 if you have to ship it. And I got your number here, 574-2403. And anyway, that's 740 as far as the exchange. Okay. All right, Jerry, thank you so much. I really appreciate you listening with us, and it sounds like a great radio. So, all right, did you want to make a comment or anything, Jerry?
Tri-state area shipping, I couldn't pick it up. I just, whatever costs to ship it, it wouldn't cost $50 to ship it here in the tri-state area. I was looking somewhere, outside of the tri-state there, and I got 4 in it, and so, I'd recoup just a little bit of my loss that way over.
Hey, Jerry, sounds great. So I got you there, and you had a list. I guess we may as well go out to Muletown and talk to the second in command of the police force. And also, he is also he flags at schools there. Anyway, he's a safety patrol. Just kidding, Tom. KDHWTG. Tom, go ahead.
Well, good evening, Gary, and everybody on the net. I stayed around home here a good bit today, and I done some paperwork, done some banking, and done some grocery shopping, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I never did get to be a safety patrolman in school, but I went through the training and stepped a little further. I was a deputy sheriff, so, but I do know how to flag. Yeah, I know how to direct traffic. I try to stay out of the way, too. I tell you, sometimes that's your job. All right. Control. Hope everybody's well and safe. Back to net control. 88 WTG.
Hey. All right, Tom. I'll tell you, I've helped out there sometimes when the bicycle thing from Columbus be going, when they'd be going across that track, and anyway, we'd have to put we had plywood down. Anyway, some of them crazy people, you couldn't even hardly get them to pay attention to you. They'd just start and almost run over you. So I know a little bit about that. All right, we better go out to Lucasville, KE8CXJ, old buddy Bob. Bob, take her away, man.
Yeah, this is KE8CXJ. Bob, good evening, Gary and Tom and everybody else out there. Been a kind of a rough month around here. About 7 years ago, I had 3 aneurysms I had repaired to my aorta. They started blowing out. This stent in the biggest one, it blew out, and they almost lost me, and I made it. That was a few, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I come home, thought I was going to get well, and had 2 more blowouts. They rushed me in for emergency surgery again, so finally got out, so I've had me around 4 or 5 days this month, so I've had out of the hospital. So anyway, I'm going to do better one way or the other. Hope everybody's having a fine day, and y'all have a great New Year. I mean, a great weekend. God bless America. Back to next roll. Bless you.
All right, Bob. Well, we're sure glad that they were able to fix you there. I was thinking about maybe while they had you open there, they need to get hold of me, and I'll put some rubber tubing or something there on the outside of it there so it can't blow out. What do you think about that? You didn't think so much of it. All right, Bob, we're glad you made it, buddy. All right, the next one's K8DMK, and that's Danny, and he was in and out, so brings us down to Whiskey 3, Whiskey Victor Alpha. Greg, it's your turn.
Yeah, good evening, Gary, and everybody on the net. I did learn to be a patrol boy, and then later I learned how to pay for traffic tickets, and I figured out how not to pay for them. You don't break the law. But anyway, I'm here to remind everybody that I still have all that non-working gear that went through the lightning storm here that's available for free. I have a Kenwood TS130S transceiver. It's 80 to 50 to 10 megahertz, and it might be good for parts, brake. And I also have a working power supply, but for some reason it's outputting 25 volts instead of 13.7. And so it might be usable. I also have another Kenwood PS30 power supply. I don't know if it's working or not. I also have two computers. They're Pentium towers. The cases are in perfect condition. I would imagine that the power supplies are okay too, and each of them have 4 gigabytes of RAM. I have no idea if it works or not, but it probably does. So I'm using that as an incentive for somebody to pick this stuff up for free. Break. And I've got some other odds and ends. I've got a FireWire PreSonus recording interface. You don't have to write all this stuff down, other than maybe the Kenwood TS130S, because that's kind of might be juicy for parts. But all this stuff is pictured and listed on my QRZ page, and my call sign is W3WVA, Whiskey 3 Whiskey Victor Alpha, and I'll be happy to meet you. I'm going to remind you weekly here for about a month, and then if nobody wants it, I'm just going to throw it all away. Back to you, Net Control 73, everybody.
Hey, Greg. Well, you think for free, you couldn't go wrong on that, because if they couldn't do anything with it, they could always do what you're going to do. Somebody does.
Yeah, that's exactly what I figured. And there's, you know, I've got a CB and DVD and a home video surveillance system and a handheld unit in here, all kinds of little goodies. So go on to QRZ page and check out and see if anything tickles your fancy. Back to Net Control.
Great, thank you. All right, we better go to Ashland. This is KN4IMU. Mike, it's your turn, man.
Well, good evening, Gary, and everyone else on the net. Not a whole lot to report here. Had a fantastic day at work. Had a tire blowout on me when I was down to my last 7 stops, so had to wait a couple hours for somebody to bring a tire out. So yeah, it was definitely a fun day all around, or something like that. So other than that, just been loafing around the house. Going to grab a shower and monitor the Aries Racing net here in a few minutes and make sure everything's working okay. So other than that, Gary, nothing else really to report. So I will turn it back to you, KN4IMU.
You need to get in contact with W3WVA, Greg. He got all kind of stuff there to give away. You know, it may not work, but might be some parts or something you might be able to use out of it.
Yeah, I heard his listing on the net last week, since I was doing the net for you, and yeah, I caught some of it, but not at this moment. Don't really have any use for it at the moment, but maybe one of these days. Back to you, Gary.
Hey, all right. This, when it's gone, you know. The garbage man special, so, okay. Thanks for checking in. All right, we're down to the bottom of the list, and we're looking for more check-ins for the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net. And anyway, Jerry's got a very, very nice listing there. And something you want to sell? Anyway, please list it with us. If you'd like to check in, please call now.
K0HIO.
Come back there, back again with that. Anyway, I haven't checked you in for a while, so anyway, take it a little slow.
Good evening, this is Kilo Zero Hotel India Oscar, K0HIO.
Okay, I got you, K0HIO. All right, somebody else.
WXDB, no listing.
So Club 2-meter net on this back Traders net. Please call now.
W8XDB, no listing.
Dave, I have you. Somebody else?
Kilo Mike 4 Papa Sierra Echo, just checking in to check out.
Kilo Mike 4.
That's correct, Kilo Mike 4 Papa Sierra Echo. The handle here is Glenn.
Glenn, thank you. Somebody else? Yeah, I guess we go ahead and start up again here. Got Kilo Zero Hotel India Oscar. Your turn.
Hey, good evening. This is Larry down here in Stout. Not much going on. Nothing to put on the buy, sell, and trade, but I just wanted to check in this evening. About the biggest excitement is waiting on the magical FedEx man to come tomorrow with a new computer, so I'll be setting that up. But other than that, nothing going on. Going to watch football tomorrow night. Watch my kids out in the band down at West. And we'll just go from there. Thank you for letting me check into the net tonight, and we'll go back to net control, K0HIO.
All right, Larry. Good to have you in there. Glad to hear you check in. All right, W8XDB, Dave. I'm not going to say what Mike says about you, but anyway, it's your turn, my friend.
All righty, since you're going to be nice, I'll be nice too. Good evening, everybody. Just about over feeding my dog, and I thought, oh no, this is Thursday, so I hurried. He didn't hurry. He don't get in a hurry, but unless he sees a female dog, she's in heat. Then he's in a big time hurry. But anyway, made a trip to Columbus and back today. Was a good trip. Never really had any problems whatsoever. A little bit of rain, but not too much. Didn't last long. So, other than that, that's what I've been into. Other than that, yeah, a whole bunch of nothing, I should say. So, with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Gary. 7301, have a good weekend coming. And catch everybody a little bit later. W8XDB, back to net control.
Good to have you in here, and glad you made it. All right, the next one is KN4BSE, and that's Glenn. And he was in and out, so we have made it way down to the bottom of the list. So do we have anybody else out there that would like to check in this evening? If so, please call now.
KB8 SRN, Gary.
KCSO.
I had KB8 SRN and Gary out there at Muletown. And I have KC8 FOG, Jeff, up there around Galfliz. Somebody else?
8 Whiskey India.
Bernie, I have you. Somebody else? Okay, go back up. KB8 SRN, Gary, out at Muletown. So, Gary, I might ask you this. Was you ever a safety patrol? Tom said he never was, but said he learned how to direct traffic being a deputy sheriff. So it's for you, and like I said,
SRN, good evening, Gary, and everybody on the net. You know, I was probably patrol like it was something I got into on the school bus, and I wanted to be a safety patrol. I remember going to the principal and telling him I was interested in doing that, and for some reason he didn't see that was going to happen. So nope, I never did make that. So that's a good conversation, and I won't even add to that. KB8 SRN, back to you.
Gary. Hey, you don't have to tell me anymore. I've got a 88 FOG around the Galfliz area. I'll ask you, Jeff, was you ever a safety patrol at school?
I was 19 miles north of Galfliz. Yeah, I was a safety patrolman. And went to Washington, D.C. on the safety patrol train. Took the old train all through West Virginia and took a long time to get there. That was a lot of fun.
Was you a good patrol? I mean, did you write people up if they was mean on the bus or anything?
Protected way up, because I knew his mom was an art teacher and I knew the family. And in school, let's see, from 9th grade to 12th grade, I put 4 people in the hospital for taking on people. Anyway, I knew how to knock people's socks off. See, I broke 2 ribs, a wrist, and I think a femur, something else, right in front of the principal's office. Never got one piece of detention. They loved it when I did that. KCFOG.
All right, Jeff, I'm not asking any more questions. You was the kind of man they needed. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, Jeff, thank you for checking in. I'll check you. A patrol at the school. So AA8WI. Barney, was you one of those like Jeff? Anyway, that you kept everything in line?
Well, I'm not sure how it was. I think you went to South Webster too. I don't think we had safety patrol at Cider Furnace in South Webster when I was there, so they might have had it at South Webster, but I didn't go to grade school there, so I don't know. I never had the opportunity to do it. So, no, I probably would have enjoyed it. I always thought that sash with the pretty cool, especially I think the excuse me, I think the regular safety patrolmen wore white ones, and then their leaders, who were also students, wore the orange ones, if I'm not mistaken, at least in that time. To do it, I would have wanted to, but didn't. So that's it. Back to you, AAWI.
If there was a accommodation for doing things, which Jeff said he got to go to Washington D.C. I think as far as I probably wanted to mess with. All right, Bernie, good to hear from you. All right, we're down to the bottom of the list. This is WX8G with the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net on this fabulous Thursday evening, and it is Trader's Net. So with or without listing, please call now. Go ahead, Jerry.
Down they used to call, not say, traffic scouts. And I went to Garfield, and I was one for, I think, let's see, I went there 4th through the 6th, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And I think 5th and 6th grade I was, but anyhow, I made it to lieutenant. You know, the red center, your badge was red, just a regular scout, just all silver, and the captain had the blue in the center, you know. But anyhow, I never got anybody in trouble. I used to get in trouble. They sometimes get up to school. I mean, the kids are all gone. I knew the kids, my speak, there at Kendall Avenue and 52, and anyhow, I knew the kids that lived there when I finished crossing. Well, I secured and went on to school, and I used to get reprimanded for, they said, reprimanded, you said, you got here too soon, you should have stayed.
Jerry? I'm sure even, you know, in the prison system there, as you worked over the years and things, I don't know, I always just thought you was kind of a, you know, man that knew what was going on. But anyway, glad to hear that. All right, we have somebody out there that like to check into the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net. Please call now.
Kilo Echo 8, Foxtrot Golf Sierra, speed, in and out.
Hey, was that Kilo Echo 8, Foxtrot, what?
Golf Sierra.
Steve, you're on the bottom of the list, and you'd like to go ahead and make a, maybe you can tell us, maybe you might have, was you the safety patrol man?
Park, the elementary school used to be here. I didn't have an orange belt, I had a white one. And a lot of times I stood outside in the cold, wait for let kids come across the street.
Pretty good. Boy, it's surprising what you find out here. But I had some of them there said they'd like to have been. I don't know, I kind of would have liked to, but I think I had I think I had a bad record, so I never got to do anything like that. All right, anybody else out there like to check in this evening? With or without a listing, please call now.
Gary.
Thought I heard somebody check in and there was a recheck, so the one that checked in, trying to check in while the recheck was coming in. Would you please try it again?
KCFOG, I was just going to make a fast comment.
Do it real fast.
Trip to Washington, D.C. was $35. Included those two sporkish, they used to call sporkish, and got to go to all the Natural Museum, Nat History Museum, and all that stuff. Then I waited all them years to go again, and I went with the guys in the FBI, showed me how perspective, and that was fun. Anyway, I just want to mention that. KCFG.
Jeff, you're the man. You're the man. Anyway, appreciate you giving that to us. And the recheck, go ahead.
Yeah, Gary, I understand that Steve is a new operator, so I wanted to make, somebody told me that a while ago, so I want to make that a point. And also, I'm glad to hear Bob on. I hope Bob's doing well. I hope he stays well. At control, KD8WTG.
Him, and he decided to come on tonight. I'm glad he was able to. So back to you. Welcome, Steve. I'm glad you checked in. AAWI, back to net control.
All right, Steve. Congrats on getting your ticket, and we hope you hear you on there a lot of times.
CQ, can I check it?
Go ahead.
Who is running the net?
Gary, WX8G. Go ahead and check in.
This is Frank Rose here. I don't know. There's a Gary gave me my test lives in New Boston there. Him and Mark Welch here. I just wonder if it's the same Gary or not. I just have a radio on here and thought I'd check it.
If you will, come back with your call because I didn't get it.
KD8 OCQ.
Yeah. KB8 OCQ.
All right, see it. The net that Russ Jet hangs out on.
He does the Tuesday night and I do the Thursday night.
Okay, okie dokie. I just want to say good evening, good night to you guys, and I just wanted to check in there with you guys. Your voice sounds familiar, so I don't know if you guys David on QRZ, but I'll just go up front.
I might ask you this while you're in there. Was you a safety patrolman there when you was in school?
Was?
Was?
Go ahead. Who'd you say about State Patrol?
No, back whenever we was in grade school, anyway, you wore this sash and you had a badge on it. And anyway, you kept the kids safe when they were crossing the street.
That wasn't me.
All right. Appreciate you checking in. All right, anybody else this evening, please call now.
KD8 KUM, Jim over in Huntington.
Well, guys, I've been trying to get out of the fire, and I landed in the pot. So I know I was telling everybody my knee was all sore. Anyway, I ended up going to over to urgent care this morning, and well, I've got an infection in my knee, so that's not a good thing. But anyway, I got medicine, so hopefully in a few days there maybe it'll start clearing up. But I had a good day. Just wasn't real nice, when this thing's been hurting. But I've been putting ice packs on it and things off and on, and that seemed to help it a lot. But that's pretty much it for me. I won't be able to finish the rest of my rehab on the ankle. Well, anyway, I've got this thing. So anyway, that's pretty much the extent of it for me. All right, and I was in a safety patrol. Like I said, I'd like to have been. All right, we have anybody else out there this evening who'd like to check into the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net? Please call now.
KD8 KUM, Jim over in Huntington.
Jim, I got you. Is there anybody else? Jim, you're on the list. KD8 KUM or KD8 kicking up manure, so it's your turn.
I was born right on the borderline of D.C. and Maryland. I wouldn't want to go there. Never wouldn't want to go back. And no, I never was a safety patrol. They wouldn't let me do that either. So I barely did just walk to school and back get there by myself and go. I didn't like it too much. So I had a good time. And I know about your knee infection. I used to roller skate, and I brushed my knee against the floor, and it didn't bleed or cut it, but it got infected, and I had to go to the hospital. It was a long time, and it was a week or so, and I had to go. I couldn't bend my knee, and they had to cut it open and popped, and all this stuff came out, and then I was fine. So that was about 1980 something. So I'm good. I can still walk. Back to you guys, KD8 KUM.
Well, I'm hoping I don't have to. It doesn't have to go. I know they did say that if it didn't clear up there in probably about 4 days or so, that I may have to go to the down to the emergency room, and they probably have to stick a needle in there and draw some of that out of there so that they can find out exactly what I have as far as infection. And one guy there today, he mentioned something about MRSA or something like that. I've heard that's the worst there is out there. So I hope I don't have that. But anyway, Jim, I hope it don't go that way for me.
Yes, KD8
WXHD with the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net on this fabulous Thursday. And it is Trader's Net. You've got a listing. We have
it was right on my
a listing.
Pushed my kneecap down, and
Jerry had a real
they cut it open, all this stuff came out, and then I was fine. I could bend my knee then.
I think that was Larry. I think that was Larry that, anyway, he had, no, it wasn't Larry. It's, Al up here. I know.
It was Greg.
Hey, Greg had that. Anyway, he's got some things that the lightning struck, and anyway, different things there. Maybe the lightning didn't strike, but anyway, it's all free what he has. And I don't know why I can't see his number one. Okay, here it is. It's W3WVA, Greg. And anyway, he said you can go to his QRZ page, and anyway, and you can see see everything that he has. And he says nobody doesn't come get it, that the garbage man is going to get a good price on it. So, all right, anybody else out there like to check into the net tonight, please call now. Jerry, he has an ICOM R70, and that is a communication receiver. It doesn't transmit, but it is really, really a nice, and like I always say, anything that Jerry has is pristine. Looks very, very good. And he's got that, and if it's somebody local, he'll sell it for $300. I just got all the things that the radios have on them. Has sideband, CW, and FM, AM, and I mean, speakers and different things. So anyway, he's got that. If you're interested in it, if you're local, $300, but if you're out of the tri-state area, they're probably somewhere between $300 and $350 there is what he has it listed for. So if you'd like to get a hold of him, Jerry's number is 740-574-2403. So good listing, and hope that you sell it, Jerry. Is there anybody else? Terminally late check-in. Terminally late check-in. You'd like to you want to get in before it's too late. Please call now. We'll go ahead and close the net. So at this time, we want to thank everybody that stood by while the net was being conducted. We also want to thank all the 16 check-ins, counting myself. I want to thank you guys for checking in. And Jerry, thanks for the great listing. And like I said, W3WVA. Anyway, Greg, he's got some items there that you might be able to figure out how to fix it. But anyway, they're going quickly into the garbage. So this is WX8G closing the net. And anyway, we want to say 73. And so this is G signing clear. And good night, everybody.